And we are back live from Las Vegas. Yes, it is 2024, and yes, that is Halo 2 in the venue. We are celebrating Halo 2's 20th anniversary, and right now I have a very special guest. The man who brought you the music in that bedroom, in the basement, wherever you are landing. The theme song came from this man. Marty, welcome to the show. Can you just give a quick introduction? How did you get into this universe? How did you become a part of what is probably the highlight of a lot of our careers?
Well, I was doing TV commercials in Chicago, and then I wanted to get out of that after doing that for like 20 years. So somebody started playing Myst. I met the kid who was working on Myst, and I saw this amazing game. And the company that was doing this, which was Cyan, they paused every day to play Marathon. And I'm like, who are these Marathon guys? And it was Bungie, and Bungie was in Chicago where I was.
Yep.
So when I went back to Chicago, I called the Bungie guys up and I said, you need me for whatever you're working on. So so we did Myth, The Fallen Lords, and Soul Blighter, and then Oni, and then we started working on Halo.
Wow.
And
So quite a few projects before you got to Halo 2.
Yes. So Halo 2 is, Halo 2 was the mature years. I was still in my 40s, but just barely when we shipped Halo 2.
Well, I know you're a Vegas local. It's so cool to have you out here for the 20th anniversary. And what was really cool for me is during the commercial break, we were playing the Halo 2 soundtrack in the venue, and I can see you just naturally, just still flowing.
Well, the Earth City piece was probably the biggest orchestral piece we had done up to that point. And we did that for the Earth City demo, which was, what was that? I think it was E3 2003. It was a live play demo, but we decided to blow out the whole production with the actors and the sound effects and the scripting, and the level was amazing. And then I wrote the score for it with the orchestra and the choir, and it was spectacular. We had a blast.
I had no idea how star-studded the voice artists were. Going back, you see Ron Perlman.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's like faces you're familiar with, one after another, the heroes behind our favorite characters.
It's pretty iconic, isn't it? After all these years, you can still memorize where you were when you heard some of these songs the first time. Just booted up the game, and it just like playing in your ears. It's magical.
I can remember the first time too, but it was probably nowhere near where you guys were. I was by myself in a studio, just plinking out the piano, trying to figure out what I was going to do for the next day. It was always a panic, especially Halo 2. Halo 2's development, as if you watched any of the documentaries, you know that it was probably the most panic-stricken we'd ever been. It was just the time was running out. We weren't finished. It was just really hard. So,
were you involved in using the pugs to make the alien noises?
We never used pugs to make
No?
alien
Okay.
noises.
It's a rumor, chat. Okay? It's a rumor. They didn't use real dogs on the mic to make the alien noises. The Wart was a human.
Wart. That was Sergeant Johnson backwards. Everybody knows that, right?
No.
You guys know that? Oh.
I don't know much lore at all.
Sergeant Johnson in Halo 1. Go, go, go! Now, if you take go, go, go from Sergeant Johnson, you reverse it and pitch it down. Or.
No way.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Knowledge bombs.
I got tons. I
Dropping
still remember.
them.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Oh, so you get the call. What's the first project on this huge mission? We got a lot of time before this next free-for-all is set up on the main stage, by the way. So we got talk time here. So you get the call, you meet the friends, you're working on the previous titles. When it comes time, you have success on Halo 1. What is the project, though, when they tell you have to make Halo 2?
Oh, yeah. We did the announced trailer where it was, beautiful stencil shadowing. It was, and we, captured each frame slowly and then put it together. That was for the trailer where Master Chief, Cortana says, "What if you miss?" And he goes, "I won't." That's the trailer.
Love it.
So, and we, I did a nice orchestral piece for that too. But it wasn't as big as Earth City. So Earth City, we hired a lot more orchestral players, and we're gonna blew it out. But that was the first one, 2002 probably.
We're going to be playing some of Marty O'Donnell's music throughout the tournament. For now, though, we've got our second heat ready to go in the first round. It's a 7-player heat once again. And that player 2 is probably the guy to watch, Mr. Sims.
That's the one you look at and instantly stands out, right? Neighbor. What a living legend. But, you know, there's 7 seats on there. There's still people who want to try and take his name down, but you have to think instantly when you look at that. Is he going to be the top of the board when this all said and done? I'd like to put money on it, but certainly who knows.
But he's been around.
He was one of the most exciting players. He played with my college roommate Shibby, actually, at a Halo 2 tournament, and he was known as the guy who you have to give him the sniper rifle, because he's not going to miss a headshot. He might not help you out in the team fight in the early days, but he had the top scoreboard every time.
You need those kind of players, though, right? Even if it's greedy, even if it's just aggressive. FFA playstyle, always just, especially in Slayer matches, when you just let them loose and they do the job right.
You know,
they
I
can
haven't
turn
heard that
tides.
battle rifle sound in years. That sounds so sweet. That's the one I remember. Oh man, all these sounds, jeez.
It does hit home. And you
Yeah.
just jump into this, you're just taking a one-on-one battle like it's music to your ears.
Yes, I should be letting you guys.
Oh, no,
No,
no, please,
dude.
by all means. Like,
Please.
the reason I'm here is just because of history. Like, watching all this, seeing all these old faces.
Here's a man I remember calling the multiple stations fight Fatal Strike, always coming out to the early MLGs.
All right, good.
Mad Mike will eat you. That's a gamer tag.
Now, did I hear Walshy's here someplace?
Walshy was just up here in the commentary booth. He's going to be playing in one of these free-for-all
Oh, okay.
heats. And Walshy's on probably the favorite of the old school teams. So he's playing with 2 twin brothers, Lunchbox and Roy, who have won countless tournaments together.
I can't believe his, response time is going to be any good now. After so, how old is he? Like 52 or something?
He was telling us a hot 4-0. Not ready to retire quite yet. Marty, are you retired or are you still out there making music?
I'm still making music, but I'm retired from actual video games. I don't think I got the stamina to work like on video games.
Great shots out of Liquor here as he takes down Neighbor. Now he's got a freebie from Ritzy, but a little side shot. Mad Mike with the steal. And Mike able to turn it into 2. Can he go 3? There's our triple.
Straight around the bat, looking for the 4th. Not quite just yet, but that's all good.
That's supposed to say triple kill when you do that? No.
Triple, baby.
Be excited. Gonna get it at the bat. Some of these spawns are a little bit aggressive, aren't they? We're playing earlier on. It's just.
I should have gotten Jeff Steitzer to come and he could have done some live announcing for you guys. You know who Jeff Steitzer is, right?
We've
Yeah.
got a favorite in the lobby according to the chat. Sup main, Echo FCB. I see you. Everyone saying, "Come on, Liquor." Liquor is going to finish first place. Fan favorite. It's got at least 3 friends watching the stream. Mad support right now. And I just noticed we're over 2,000 viewers on Twitch alone. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitter, on YouTube as well. This is just day 1 of 3. Halo 2 turns 20 officially this weekend. That doesn't make you feel old. I don't know what will, Marty.
I feel old anyway.
I think we all do.
Right? My knees hurt.
No, you guys are in your 40s. Like, come on. Did I hear you say you're in your 40s? I mean, you don't look
39.
it.
39. I'm
Okay.
pushing it, though. I'm pushing it.
Yeah, not there just yet.
You're not
Couple
there
more,
yet.
Couple more years.
Well, so you were just teenagers when you played this game?
I was 17 when I ran the first MLG tournament.
Ah, okay.
And then I think I lost my first serious girlfriend in college to Halo 2. A midship free-for-all, I remember in particular.
Oh,
Like, you're not going to quit this game for me? No.
I almost
You
done
know-
the same thing with my wife. I
With your
went to
current
the-
one?
Yeah, Halo 3 beta, when that came out, I skipped our second date because I got in on the Bungie friends and family list.
Ooh.
And I skipped the second date, and she's still with me now, God bless her.
Wow.
She let me get away with it.
So your first wife's?
Oh, yeah.
No, I've been married 47 years, same wife. So
That's awesome,
yeah,
man.
There you go.
47.
Yeah.
Any words of wisdom?
Yeah, just hang in there. That's
You got this.
be very forgiving and hope she forgives you.
There
That's
we
the main
go.
thing.
J2 battling against Mad Mike. Lady Eve starting to score as well. You can see this one's pretty tight. First through 4th, 18-11. This is the first heat. Top 4 moves on every round.
Oh, okay. No, when do the teams happen?
So teams, at the end of tonight, we're going to take everyone's individual score. That gets compiled into a team score, which then is used to seed our bracket. So the best free-for-all performers will get the #1 seed. The worst team will have the lowest seed in the bracket.
It's the one thing what used to be a bit of a pain. The amount of RNG that can come into FFA. We're just trying to do it, especially like sometimes it'd screw your bracket seed altogether. You just be like, okay, well, we've got to play up through this now. You match some of the lower teams.
You know,
It'd just
I don't
be a
remember.
massive problem.
Was there much RNG on Halo 2? I mean, all
Well,
the spawns
it's
happen at the
mainly-
same time everywhere.
Yeah,
like,
I mean the
that's what I
spawns can be a
remember.
pain in the backside, but it's just FFA in general. Like,
Yeah,
you
just
can look
because there's
across
8
and just-
people looking for
Yeah.
random shots, you never know when you're getting double teamed
Oh, I see.
or have a
Smash
fair
grab.
fight.
Yeah. Okay.
spray and pray.
So
Aim for everything.
Not programmed RNG.
Not programmed.
No,
That's
Real
right.
human RNG. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't put the bloom in until they ruined games later. Sorry, I actually like Shadowrun. Bloom worked there. 24. All ready for Neighbor, Mad Mike. Trying to hit that 20 mark. Fatal Strike currently in 3rd. And J2, the man with the yellow corduroy hat. I love it. He's got work to do.
Seemed like there was the bottom of the list. No, I remember Sundance, going out to dinner with Sundance before MLG even started, and we talked about what vision he had for it. That was in Seattle. That's a long time ago.
Sonny is a legend. Took me to watch the Yankees during the playoffs. Fortunately, they couldn't complete the run for him. He's doing well. He sends his love, and he was the first one to donate $10,000 to our prize pool. He was really the one who got the whole donation party jump-started. So big shout out to the OG, the reason that we have competitive Halo today.
It's one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to this weekend. Like, all you boys got to experience this from the MLG side, whereas I'm just sat at home in the UK stealing my dad's credit card watching MLG VOD on a Friday night and hoping for the best. Like, picking up on YouTube, picking up on watching the games and getting involved. It was nothing in the UK. It was nothing like what it was in the US.
Was there just nobody organizing it?
Not to the extent of what MLG was in any way, shape or form. Eventually you started getting like TSG and smaller tournaments and competitions that would come together, and it was definitely good fun. It was definitely very sweaty. You know, Lethal, who's here this week, like, he was running the show from Halo 1's beyond me and well before me, but Lethal was playing against Zios.
Oh, wow.
At, like, World Series of video games and
Yep.
stuff. Lethal's pretty much, from our side, undefeated on the Halo 2 front. Be interested to see how he actually does against some of the Americans here. But yeah, it was nowhere near even close to what it was in America, and it was one of the things that we definitely kind of missed out on, had to watch from the sidelines. So, like, just sitting here listening to you guys speak about what you saw, the things that you did, some of the players that are going down, like, it's a bit beyond me, but it's certainly good to kind of hear the history and see the history.
Sims, we love having you here finally for Halo 2. It only took you 20 years, but you made it, buddy.
Working with yourself. We didn't even get to do it through Halo 5 or anything, did we?
Right? They didn't really call us anymore, Sims.
I just saw a melee kill. That was great.
Ritzy, currently in 5th. Mad Mike, always battling for the top 3. He's starting to slide a little bit as Ritzy has actually pushed all the way into 2nd place. Neighbor, the front runner, the pro player, the national champion
Really?
in this lobby. So Neighbor came in, and we had this team, final boss. You had the Ogres, you had Strong Side, you had Wall Sheep. But Neighbor was that young hot thing that you needed to bring into the team. And it ended up breaking up the final boss dynasty. And I remember him having success with Straight Rippin', Triggers Down, Final Boss. Everybody in the circuit was trying to get this guy on their team. It's like him and Snipe Down were the two superstar, I guess, X factors that you're trying to put on your squad. That was a little double shot.
You know, I'm seeing this quite a lot. In the previous one I was watching, I was saying to Brav, like, this, what kind of freak just continuously tries to do it? Because it's a triple affair, not quite, still the beat down, that's okay. But with, like, you'd never go for it because it was so inconsistent with your aim and various other things and so many factors that you just want to try and get the shot. There's people in the previous rounds that are reloading with it now. Like, kind of mad. I mean,
The game's evolving.
yeah, if people have still been continuing to play this through 20 years, which they definitely have, and there's players here that have been doing that, that are more than likely set to win this, we're in for some interesting stuff. Stuff that I've never seen before,
Ooh,
which after
Neighbor's
20
up.
years is still kind of wild.
Still got 5 minutes to go here. Neighbor comfortable 7-point lead. J2 at the bottom of the leaderboard. That's going to help him climb. And you got really a huge opportunity. Fourth place is sitting at 23, so we have basically 4 players that are a 1-point spread away, Marty.
Yeah, I see that. That's exciting.
Lady Eve, solid shot. Ritzy's gonna fall. And I want to see can Fatal Strike climb back up. He was in the top 3 for the first 6 minutes. Seems to have had a rougher time as he falls to J2 here. J now jumps up into 4th.
Oh, yeah, J2.
Truth of a question, Chris, how many hours did you put in Torda Walsh on a night just sat on MIDI, on repeat, nothing but just FFA after FFA?
So after Mimi Kim destroyed my soul, she was our lawyer who told me I couldn't compete anymore. Shout out to Mimi. Thank you for getting me out of trouble when I was younger. But I wasn't able to play anymore, and that kind of killed my drive.
Okay.
Why was a lawyer telling you can't play?
Because I was operating the tournament, and it would potentially cause conflicts of interest if I ended up winning the tournament eventually. I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
But 18-year-old Puckett, that didn't make any sense. Like, come on. Let me play against these guys. But I watched countless hours of Tour de Walsh. I think the real thing was Shibby got better than me at Halo 2, and then I just quit. How many hours did you put in?
Tremendous. Like, ridiculous.
And what is a Tour de Walsh for any of the youngsters in the chat who don't know what we're talking about?
Torda Walsh is literally sitting on midship from morning until night. Just sitting there, absolutely battering any other person that joins. And it used to be pretty cool how you could have Torda Walshes running through the night and cycling. Like, there's certain ones that I joined from an American side where I would go to bed, wake up, and some of them were still running. And if you could get, like, it was always, from me, a young kid in the UK, if you could get on, like, a pro player's friends list and see when they were online.
Oh, yeah.
And just being able to join one of those lobbies and all of a sudden you'd see, like, a pro player's name, it's like, okay, we've got to sit in this now. And you won't want to leave. You just continue to sit there and take some photos, send your friends, say, look who I'm playing up against.
But why just midship?
It was the FFA map of choice, and it's
small, has great lines
Yeah.
of sight. You can always stay active, very little downtime, or you can't really hide from people on this map.
Right.
But
Hi-
yeah, they would
hiding
play up
was
until they
mine.
had like 1,000 kills or 1,500 kills at times. Like, guys, are you like?
Lobbies
can you
are
still
just
feel
never
your
ending.
thumbs?
Yeah. Good way to warm up. But then you won't end up warming up, you won't go into matchmaking, you won't play fours. You just sit there.
So
Talking
what was
crap.
the remake for Halo 3? What was the name of it? Remade midship?
Heretic, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a hot minute. It's
Heretic.
been a hot
You're
minute
good.
since
You're
I
good.
played.
Well done.
So how did that play? Did that live up to it for you?
Pretty much. I think most iterations do, and you just kind of move on. With Halo 3, it's fair to say no matter what remake, no matter what it did, the hype was so there rolling off of the back of Halo 2, and
Yes.
the player base was so there.
There was no competition for
No.
Halo at the time. There was no other really
Nothing.
competitive FPS that you were playing.
The game couldn't really do any wrong. Even though, when you ask people like myself who were Halo 2 fans, I wasn't a big fan of the BR. It felt slower,
Yes.
felt inconsistent. There's a lot of things that I don't like about Halo 3, but all that kind of went out of the window because of how good the game was and how good it felt and how enjoyable and fun. Like, I've still never played matchmaking on any other game like Halo 3 where you could just jump in and every single time it was just so much fun. Beyond Halo 2, of course.
Whoa! Oh, he got triple kill.
That was Liquor. The fan favorite jumps into 4th place with that performance. The triple puts him ahead by 1. If it ended right now, he would be advancing. We're down to the final 60 seconds here, Sims.
He needed those kills to at least drag him up there. It puts him in prime position now. One player below him looking on the radar. Probably opting to either run car or, never mind, just jumps up.
Ooh.
Does get taken down by a nasty little elevator trip.
Lady Eve representing. And she is that one, the player directly behind him. So if she gets a double kill here, we could see her moving into the second round of the free-for-all. 40 seconds left. You got to get moving, though, and that's not an easy target. Neighbor up top.
This is what becomes a pain. I was speaking about that RNG. No one's over this side of the map. She's waiting for the spawners. There's now someone down below. Has to push this. You've got to get these kills, but when they start running away from you like this, no one's spawning this side. There's no one to pick up.
Ritzy has his back turned to her. Can she finish in
she did it.
time? That's going to be number 37. We go over to Fatal Strike. Final 13 seconds. He's not going to be able to qualify. 10 seconds away. And we're going to see Liquor jump over 40 He's locked it up in the final moments. I think he picked up 9 kills in the last 90 seconds for Liquor to move on to the second round, joining neighbor Mad Mike Will Eat You and Ritzy Pizza. How does Mason Cobb still look this good? Man, never aged.
I hate him.
It's like coconut oil before bedtime. Just make sure his skin is pure. Bravo's nodding in agreement. He moisturizes.
I mean, Brav's the same. You know what I mean? Good-looking man.
Marty, so awesome to have you here.
It's great to
Thank
be
you
here.
for reaching out on Twitter. Thank you even more for coming out. I saw Ghost Sayami. He was freaking out off stage. He's like, is that Marty? Seriously, Marty's here? So you got a lot of the pros. Excited to see you.
I live 20 minutes away, so I had to come. So especially, 20 years, man. This is it.
It's the right place to be.
Yeah.
We love it. That is going to do it for the second heat. We have a commercial coming up. A reminder, we have giveaways coming in the chat. Stay tuned. This is Level 50, presented by Scuff and Corsair. We'll be right back.